So I guess the main question is like, why? What am I doing? What am I doing here? Why am I here? um, I'm here to share my journey, my, like what I am going through, my life, my lessons and challenges. Because I think I want to be as human as possible, as realistic, as raw, as vulnerable as possible. When I share with people, because I think this is like probably one of my greatest strengths when I'm with people and in person. And I think when you can share and when you can be vulnerable and open yourself, you can inspire others to do the same, or allow others to feel safe, safe enough to do the same. And then that can just continue some ongoing effect where then they can share and be open and vulnerable and trusting, and then whoever they speak to, it just continues. So for a long time, I have felt, and I've made a massive change, a huge change in the past two months. I was previously working in some startups and had a well-paying job as a software engineer, but for I'd say most of my childhood, most of my early adult life, I've felt super dissatisfied, unfulfilled, and unaligned. And I could never really put my tongue on it, put my finger on it, put my tongue on it. I could never really identify exactly what it was. But over the past several months, I really identified that for so long I listened to the people around me. They told me what's good for me. They told me how to be, the things I liked, the things I should like. They disapproved of things that I did like. They disapproved of directions that I was interested in going, and paths I was interested in taking. And not on purpose, of course, not consciously, I suppose, but mostly just projections. But anyway, eventually I decided, I'm going to quit my job. I take off 5 months, quit my job, travel, and just follow purely what I love to do, purely my passions. Actually, find out even what it is that I like to do, what it is that I enjoy, how I want to be, and how I want to show up. Because I felt like very lost, very disconnected from myself, myself, or whatever I felt like I was naturally drawn to energetically. You have some feeling. I had some feeling inside me that was like, I felt it was pulling me in other directions, telling me or trying to communicate to me, do something else, do what you love, follow what you want to do. You don't need to listen to this. Like my gut feeling was actually always telling me to do something different, but I was just so out of connection with myself. I was so disconnected and was not able to listen, or not that I wasn't able to listen. It's just I couldn't hear myself. I was so disconnected with myself. Anyway, so I decided to quit my job, took a risk, jumped into the unknown, and simply just follow my passions, curiosities, interests, things that I love to do. And what do I love to do? I knew that I love to teach people. I love to share. I love to connect deeply with people. I love to play music. I love to create. I love to I love to create in some unapologetically unapologetic way, where in a space of no judgment and no caring or worrying about what the world will think of me or perceive of me. Because I think like throughout my childhood, I was often very inspirable. So I could pull inspiration and see things and be so inspired from other people and what they were doing. And to be able to do that for others is one of the most important things for me, to be able to allow other people to see their light, to allow other people to recognize that they have great capabilities, great strengths, great abilities, and really, they are just greatness in themselves. And so that being able to communicate that, being able to share those moments with people, being able to be some form of inspiration and love or non-judgment or space for that you can that I could hold for someone where they can then explore that or question their beliefs. Maybe they want to be in a maybe they haven't questioned their beliefs because they haven't felt safe enough to do so in a non-judged way. And so I think tying all of this stuff together, this is like what I love to do, and these are the things that really motivate me and bring me meaning and purpose and are important. And at the end of the day, I think this is really just like the most important thing that anyone or I at least could ever do is to just focus on this sort of stuff and help people or help realistically it's sharing my own journey and my own life and how I got and like what I've been through and how I've been able to follow this path in this life, which I don't even know what this path is because I'm so lost a lot of the time and I'm so blocked and I'm constantly dealing with struggling trauma or emotions or situations and triggers and relationships, and like it's just a constant barrage of like where I'm trying like to just continue through everything that comes to me but still try to live in this beautiful present experience and life that we have, because at the end of the day we're here for a brief amount of time. Why would I not want to make it as beautiful and as enjoyable as possible? And so, working in a startup for the previous 4 years where I'm inside all day at a laptop, getting paid very good money, but my soul is being sucked out of my life, and all the stress and concerns and worries about money are just having this invisible pressure just crushing down on me, on my mind, whatever. And so there's something here. And I think, and I've always felt that there's something here for me to go and pursue and follow. And for the first time, really ever in my life, I've been able to jump out of where I was, which was someone else's path, someone else's idea of a life, someone else's idea of success for me, and follow what I want to do. And still, you know, figuring out what I want to do. But this is why I want to share. This is why I want to come on here and make videos and talk, because I feel like there's so many people that I meet, and while I travel, anywhere I go, I feel like I'm attracting people who are just very similar to me. They're going through the same challenges, the same struggles, exactly the same thing. And every single time I'm talking to someone like this and share what I have to say and my experience and the things that I've been through and my outlook and my mindset, it's been an extremely rewarding thing for me. It's been able to positively influence people in many ways, and I just want to continue doing that. And so this is why I want to share it. I think it's also cathartic for me and enjoyable to share and talk about the challenges that I have, and I think that we need. Uh, I think the world could benefit more from people being like as raw and real and open as possible. And I struggle the most with social media because when I've been posting, I've been trying to post in this way, and I want to post authentically, but I feel like the algorithm works in such a way there where you can't sometimes you can't post just super authentically whatever you want, because you need a hook, you need to grab the attention. You're fighting with attention span, and you're fighting with all sorts of things and distractions where it makes me feel like I have to force my way in this like cheat code to gain attention and followers and whatever traction. So I think maybe longer form actually is probably better for me, because I can just continue talking and riffing. And if you're someone that's interested in this, then cool. If you've made it here, fuck yeah, thank you. Because I have zero structure and I'm just talking out of whatever. But at the end of the day, I guess I just wanted to make this video because I can come on here, I can share, and I guess some introduction to who I am and what I'm doing. And so I'm just on this path now where I've been meeting people, traveling, and I suppose like this is the start of a very interesting, challenging journey where now I've been traveling for 2 months. Oh no, sorry, I've been traveling for 1 month. Quit my job 2 months ago. I've been in Vietnam for a month, and now with no plan, just no idea, meeting people, traveling as I go, and wanting to make content, wanting to share, wanting to connect with myself more. Been just always constantly working on myself, reflecting, journaling, communicating to people, trying to identify and let go of emotions that I have stored, and that I feel are blocking me, and and I want to not be someone who's avoiding my emotions and allowing those aversions to actually control and dictate my life and like where I am and where I show up and the things that I do. So I'd love to at the same time empower myself, simultaneously, hopefully empowering you, because that would be awesome. And therefore, then you can then empower someone else. And yeah, so and then now I'm going to India in a month, and I will be doing my yoga teacher training there, and I am just like I've wanted to do that for 5 years, like, and I've just never done it because of circumstance and situation. And so yeah, here I am following this completely unknown, uncharted path that is for me and me only, and I would love to share that with you, take you on the journey, show you my challenges, show you my wins, show you everything as raw and as open as possible, as vulnerable as possible. And yeah, I mean, at the moment, I've been doing a lot of work, and I'll probably make another video on some of the things I've been struggling with in the first month while I've been traveling. But one of them is also my elbow. I've got tennis elbow. The week before I left home, my elbow's been pretty cooked, and I have this yoga training course in India in a month, or 5 weeks, 5.5 weeks. So there's a lot of emotion tied to that. There's a lot of disappointment, and some guilt for not listening to my body, not paying attention to the body and its communication to me, and a lot of disappointment and sadness, probably some grief and fear that it won't be healed by then, and I won't be able to have the full experience. But that's probably a whole another video. And yeah, I think, look, I'm gonna end this here. It's been, what is that, 12 minutes maybe? Can't really see, but thank you for watching. If you are enjoying this, or if you're interested in where this is going, or at anything, I would appreciate you to follow or subscribe or whatever, and stay tuned, because it's something I feel deeply passionate about, and I think that can have a very positive impact on people and resonate with people who have been through exactly the things I've been through, or are going through them right now as well. And it's just some fresh rawness I think it would be nice to bring to the internet. So thank you very much, and hope you're having a good day, and have a great day.